Good morning guys, and welcome back to a new trading week. In today's video I just want to quickly do like a top-down analysis on one or two pairs so that within this week we may probably look for opportunity to trade one of those pairs which I'm going to analyze in the video which you are going to watch after this. So without wasting much of your time guys, let's get straight into the video where I am going to analyze at least, let's say, 2 to 3 currency pairs, and after analyzing we'll be able to position ourselves for the opportunity each of those pairs is going to present to us within this week. Once again guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and in today's analysis I am going to kickstart the analysis with one of the instruments majority of forex trader do run away from, and this instrument, as you can see on my screen, is basically XAUUSD, aka gold. So last week we were able to batch some pips on XAUUSD for a buy trade. You can basically watch one of my last video to see the analysis I made on XAUUSD for last week, and we kickstart the entry on Tuesday across till Friday morning. So it is basically like a swing trading opportunity or a swing trading entry, and luckily for us, after all the emotional roller coaster that gold did throughout last week from Tuesday up till Friday, we were able to hit or smash our take profit at the end of the week. So we end the week with a profitable gold entry. I'm going to project the screenshot of the entry, whereby when it hits take profit. So I'm going to project it on the screen. So without wasting much of your time guys, let's go straight into today's analysis on XAUUSD gold. So looking at XAUUSD gold, this is the daily time frame. So it is much more obvious to us, or it is not new to us, that gold has been bullish. So there's this word when it comes to trading that majority of us are familiar with, and the word is the trend is your friend. So what that word simply means is, in order for you to be profitable in the long run as a forex trader, it is advisable that you try to look for opportunity in the direction of the higher time frame trend. So, excuse me, since we know that gold is bullish, so it is advisable that we should basically look for opportunity to go long on gold. So getting our bias from daily time frame, we see that gold is bullish from the daily time frame. There's nothing else we want to check on the daily time frame. It's just for us to get the directional bias on the daily time frame. Now we are going to scale down to the 4-hour time frame. So on the 4-hour time frame, that is where we basically want to start our analysis from. Since the directional bias on daily time frame is bullish, so we want to start our technical analysis from the 4-hour time frame by reading the market structure, so that we can basically have a point of interest or an area of concentration where we'll be waiting for gold to come into, and we'll definitely go in for a buy. So on the 4-hour time frame, with our analysis, we can say that from this point we have a break of structure, and from this point we start having our market structure shift or change of character, as some other traders call it. And there's one thing I can say about gold, and that one thing is gold always respects what the smart money trader call imbalance or fair value gap. So now, after the market structure shift at this point, we saw this incomplete pullback. I want to show you guys, we saw this incomplete pullback, which is to this point, and we have a kind of break of structure. So the incomplete pullback basically it serves as liquidity. So I know that this incomplete pullback is a liquidity, and eventually price will come to clear the liquidity before creating another break of structure. And you can agree with me that at this point on 4-hour time frame, price came inside of this fair value gap here, clearing that liquidity point, which is the incomplete pullback, before creating another break of structure to the upside at this point here. So we have a new break of structure. And the same thing which we saw previously still occur. We have another incomplete pullback. You can see we have this incomplete pullback like a double top. And what did we see? It is clear to us that price eventually came to clear the incomplete pullback, and price mitigates this bullish order block here. Price mitigates this bullish order block at this point, and we have what? We have a new break of structure at this point here. We have a new break of structure. So now our expectation is for price to pull back inside of an order block or inside of a fair value gap, give us a market structure shift on the lower time frame so that we can continue to ride our long position or our buy position. And if we go back to daily time frame, where is going to be our target? Our expected target is at this point here on the daily time frame, which price is yet to get into, because that place is a liquidity area. So going back to 4-hour time frame, we can see that price is yet to get to that our expected point, which we have identified on the daily time frame. So we are looking for opportunity to buy. And where can we buy from? Now, on the 4-hour time frame, we didn't actually see a point of interest. Although there's a point of interest which we can work with on the 4-hour time frame, which is this bullish order block here. It's our current or recent point of interest. So in order to be sure of that, we need to go to 1-hour time frame and see the reaction of the market. So on the 1-hour time frame, what can we see? We need to read the current structure on the 1-hour time frame as well. And on the 1-hour time frame, I saw this break of structure at this point here, and price came, mitigate this point here. Price mitigates this area here. You can see this imbalance, create another small break of structure at this point, create another break of structure at this point, and also we have this break of structure here at this point. Excuse me. So we have this break of structure at this point. So don't forget, this area happens to be the bullish order block which we found on the 4-hour time frame. So now my expectation so far is for price to come and clear this 1-hour liquidity here. It's for price to come, clear this 1-hour liquidity, and tap inside of this area here, which is the 4-hour bullish order block. So if price should come inside of this 4-hour bullish order block, we should be looking for opportunity to go long from inside of this place, and we are going to target our expected high on the 4-hour. Our stop loss should be something like this, and we should be able to get a 1:5 risk to reward ratio. However, price can eventually do something. Price can still come, tap inside of this bullish order block here. So we have to be mindful. Price can still come inside of this bullish order block, because this area of consolidation, let me remove this area of consolidation also serve as liquidity, which is this point here, also serve as liquidity. So price may want to clear off these two liquidity, which is this first one and this second one, and tap inside of this bullish order block here before finally moving to the upside. So if this first entry fails to work, definitely we can still have our other second trial at this level here. So we can have our second trial here at this level, and we are still going to target the high which we see on the daily time frame. And this is my bias on gold for this moment. I want you guys to be patient and see how price react to each of these point of interest before you will take any entry. And I will see you in the next technical analysis for GBPUSD. This is GBPUSD daily time frame, and we are still going to do the same thing which we've done on gold. So on the daily time frame, basically it is obvious to us that the trend on daily time frame is bullish. So if the trend on daily time frame is bullish, then we should scale down to the other time frame and start reading the market structure so that we can find an area where we can basically position ourselves for a buy. So without wasting much of our time, let's get straight to 4-hour time frame and see what the market is telling us on the 4-hour time frame. So on the 4-hour time frame, what can I say? So I saw that there is a break of structure to the downside here. I don't want to go too deep into why we have this break of structure, and we have a market structure shift at this point here. Right, we have a market structure shift. So this break of structure basically is as a result of price coming to clear this liquidity so that price can tap inside of this bullish order block here. So as simple as ABC. So now we want to position ourselves for a buy at what point? So I'm expecting that price will come back inside of this bullish 4-hour time frame order block. So that's my expectation, that price should drop to this point, as in something like this. Price should drop inside of this point before we can see a further push up to this level here. So that's my expectation. So my point of interest is this 4-hour bullish order block. And the 4-hour bullish order block is also valid because of this imbalance resting before it. So we have this imbalance here. As you can see, we have this imbalance before the order block, and also we have this liquidity here. So we have this liquidity. So these are the reasons why I am thinking that price will come inside of the bullish order block before we can see a further push up to this level here. So my expectation is for price to come inside of the 4-hour bullish order block, and we should see a further push to the upside. So going to 1-hour time frame. So on the 1-hour time frame, this is our POI from the 4-hour. So now we can streamline this point of interest to this bullish order block here on the 1-hour time frame. So streamlining it to this bullish order block, my expectation is price will come inside of this area, and I am going to position myself for a buy entry at this point using a buy limit order, and my target will be this point, and our stop loss should be below, let's say, like 30 pip stop loss. So that's going to give us 4.5 risk to reward ratio. So this is my simple analysis on GBPUSD, and I want you guys to watch how price would react at this point of bullish order block on the 1 hour time frame. If you want to be much more conservative, you can scale down to 15 minutes time frame when price eventually gets inside of this 1 hour bullish order block, and you are going to look for something like this, a market structure shift pattern. So let's say price was basically doing something like this. So immediately price is here. You want to see something like this. So when you have a market structure shift, then you can look for a pullback and you place your entry to take your buy up to this level here. So that is on the 15 minutes time frame. And with that, your stop loss will be tiny and you are going to have much more risk to reward ratio that is higher. And that is my complete analysis on GBPUSD.